a great investment to make in America and to get yourself a home here is to go ahead and buy and get a visa by buying in one of these developments and putting an investment in the country. Hi, I'm Merrick Damon, and welcome to the Merrick Damon Show. You know, this show was created so that I can bring you guys experts so you know what's going on in this business and how we can learn and grow together. So today I have a wonderful guest. It is Maurcio, and welcome, Maurcio.
Thanks so much for coming to your show. I'm so glad to be here.
Well, I'm so glad you came to my show after I appeared on your show.
Oh, yes.
So, guys, today's show is going to be about international business, and I brought my friend Maurcio here so he can inform you guys on all the important things that you need to know about buying in South Florida in particular and from international parts. So, you're from Brazil.
I'm from Brazil, yes.
Amo Brazil. I love Brazil. So it is one of my favorite places in the world to visit. I don't know if I told you this, but I probably spent about 6 months in Salvador da Bahia.
Salvador is beautiful.
In Salvador, but I've been to Rio, I've been to Sao Paulo, I've been to Belo Horizonte. I haven't been to your city.
Wow.
Brasilia. Talk about it.
Brasilia is the capital. First of all, my name is Maurcio Costa. I work with a company called Tower Home Loans here in South Florida, in Massachusetts, Boston. And what do? I do loans. They call in Portuguese or in Spanish, hipoteca or préstamos. So people looking to come into the US, this beautiful country that, you know, is the dream for every South American guy. And exactly, people, because I have this show, people start asking me, how can I buy a property here in South Florida?
Sure.
Because I don't know, if you win the lottery anywhere in the planet, you want to come to Miami or Florida. I don't know why this city is so important.
People love Miami.
They love the weather, they love the people, and it's so simple. When someone in South America, would you like, or in Europe, or any place in the earth, would you like buy any property in U.S.?
Right.
So usually they ask me first, how can I go there legally? They would like move it to U.S.
Right.
Or if you move to U.S., they have some kind of investment. They call EB5. So you have to put at least $500,000 in a project. The project has to be legally with the immigration laws, and they can come in legally with the family.
Right.
So if they just like invest in the U.S., it's so simple. They put a 35% down in the property.
Sure.
And they have to have just a simple letter from the account, whatever they from,
right, saying
that they be able to pay whatever they have, the expenses over there and also here. And usually they put a property on an LLC or S Corp, C Corp, sure, depends on the way that they do taxes. But tell me about your stay in Bahia.
Oh, wow. So, of course, I love Brazil. And as you'll know is that many people in South Florida are from South America, from Brazil, from Argentina, from Venezuela, all these places. And I know a lot of them are probably not informed as to what to do to buy a house. Like you just told them, there are these EB visas that they can get if they buy a house and spend $500,000 on a property here. What are your thoughts about some of the developers and how easy it is to work with them here in South Florida?
Because they have two kind of people here. Some people is unfortunately they came here 5-6 years ago. Sure. And they don't have the legal situation set up yet.
Sure.
So those people work. Those people have money. In this kind of situation, they whether live here in US, they can purchase a home with 25% down.
Sure.
So what is they gonna show as income to the bank?
Sure.
They show the bank statement. Because the bank just would like know one thing, how much your income monthly.
Right.
So after they show the 24 bank statement, they do the average, how much you make the deposits every month. Oh, now with the 25%, with this kind of document, they can easily take it. They call IT number.
Sure.
So it's individual tax payments for
right,
people that doesn't have no social.
Exactly.
So those kind of investments, they have to put a 25% down.
Sure. So what you're saying is that if you're an investor out there and you're a foreigner and you want to buy your home, your investment in America, you're just required to put 25% down and show that you have monthly income that would support that
monthly payments on the house.
And what does a visa provide for them? Is it for that one individual person, or is it for the whole family?
If they come in as an international investor with this program, what they call EB5.
EB5, yes.
They can, we have a team with our lawyers that can set up the whole process for them. And this kind of investment is 35% down because they're going to use the income from overseas.
Okay.
If they from Argentina, Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, they have to show as account letter saying that they are able to pay the monthly payment.
Right. And once that's done, then they can either themselves stay or their entire family can stay, based on how the immigration is set up, correct?
Exactly. The process takes a little bit longer, like 2 or 3 years to.
It takes about 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Do you get a general visa to stay permanently until that happens, or is it a temporary visa?
They got a kind of grace period. They say they in processing. So they stay here until the process finished. But this is illegal, so I cannot say anything legal because I'm not a lawyer.
Okay.
But we have a team of lawyers that can provide information. If you need more information, please send me an email or give me a call at 781-267-8888. I'm going to be able to give you more information.
Right. So for you guys out there that are interested or know people that are interested, a great investment to make in America and to get yourself a home here is to go ahead and buy and get a visa by buying in one of these developments and putting an investment in the country.
Of course. Actually, the company that I work have 4 licenses. Florida, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Okay. Some people would like to buy for the school.
So not everybody wants to come to Florida?
No, because some people would like to go to Massachusetts for the schools.
For the schools.
Or if you got a family, I would like to put in the Ivy League school, so I would like to buy a property in Massachusetts.
Okay. Now tell me something. How do you spread the word of your business to the South American market? So, is there a big advertising avenue here so that people in South America can hear about you?
So actually, that's the purpose of the radio show, because the radio show is the internet. Usually they go to South America by online. If people start sharing, also we do a live video in the Facebook. We do some teasers in the Instagram. So from the people to South America, they start spreading the word in South America. Right. Especially more now is coming from Colombians, Venezuelans that they cannot take the money from the country right now, but they do something different. They take the money from the Venezuela bank, go to Colombia or go to Argentina, then come to U.S.
Right. Yeah, there are many ways to try and improve your lives and maybe move your money around in Venezuela now based on the crisis that they're having, right?
Yeah, exactly. But we have companies, because that's why we team up with some people. We have a Money Corp company, Adriana. She's an agent. She's all know how to move the money, because legally the money has to be in the U.S. bank account. Okay, great. They purchase a home here.
Oh, to purchase a home here. Now, is it as easy to get lending for people when they provide these documents? Because I know the American system is built on credit. Is the same apply the same for South American market and lenders here?
Now it's incredible because the market has changed a lot. It's easy now for international people purchase here than U.S. people purchase. Because right now, after the bubble in 2006 to 2010, they completely changed the whole law.
Right.
And now, for you buy anything here, you gotta provide your income.
Right.
So, and like everybody thinks this is a credit, but it's income is the first one. You have to prove your income. You have to prove your ability to pay. So that's why they're looking for the income. Then they're gonna looking for the credit.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, that's a good thing to know. Now, there are a lot of positives and there's some negatives to purchasing in South Florida. And I want to make the buyers and sellers aware of some of the things that happen. Let's talk specifically about the high-rise developments in Brickell or in downtown Miami. What are you seeing there?
So I've seen a lot of problems with some kind of projects over there because whatever they promise in the contract, they have to sign a contract. If they say if the condo is a 2-bedroom with 1,400 square feet. So for they purchase, they have to do the appraisal. The appraisal, the evaluation. In the evaluation, people go over there and start measure. And when they measure, they give you a report. So this property is not 1,400 square feet.
Right.
This is 1,200 square feet. So now we have a problem with the bank. The bank say, listen, the contract say this property is $1 million. for 1,400. Now the report say this 1,200. So now we have a suit against the developer. The developer says 1,400, but when they go a second appraisal to verify it's really 1,200. So they buy a property for 1,400 for $1 million. Now they just worth the 700,000. So now the bank just is gonna lend it in the 700,000. Now we got a $300 dispute between the developer and the buyer. So then is a issue, take longer. So they go to the courts, they end up with some kind of settlement. It's kind of a little messy for people that just like coming here.
Right.
They would like buy a property, they would like move in. Now they have to wait for the court.
Well, there has to be people like you in this business who are there and able to educate the public about pretty much some of the crisis that are some of the problems that they can run into when they're actually buying property in the United States. The process of buying here is very different than it is in other countries and in Europe as well. And I know when people come here, they must have a learning curve. How do you guys explain that to them?
So the suggestion that we do is first, if you're gonna do a contract, before you sign a contract, please show you a lawyer. So if you don't have a lawyer, we're glad to advise you for take a look in the lawyer. And the lawyer is going to take a look in the process, the whole contract, you see if it's right for you.
Sure.
Because that is going to be your lawyer, not the developer's a lawyer, not the bank a lawyer, not the selling a lawyer. Sure. It's going to be yours. So the advice is get a lawyer. I think it's between $700 to $1,000 to get a lawyer. For your investment, it's $1 million or $500,000. I think it's really worth it.
Right. Now, if we're providing the good things, the information and the attorneys for them, what is a typical profile for someone that's coming from South America or even Europe for that matter that purchases here? Do they have a certain amount of money that they're expected to have? How's that work out? And what can we tell them about it?
Usually they're looking for 5 to 10 years, the economy. They still, I think the US economy is still stable, especially in South Florida. And people, the tendency is to see the South Florida market is growing to between 6 to 12%. For the last, I don't know, 5, 6 years.
Sure.
I think it's going to go another 2 or 3 years. They're going to have some kind of adjustment in the economy because the rates, the Fed is where they're going to go up a little bit, the rate. So people still see is kind of security investment in
Sure.
South Florida.
Right. And why would you, for example, why would you explain to someone, I don't know, someone sitting in Brazil, someone in, I don't know, Colombia somewhere, why would they want to take their capital and put it in America? Is it because of the safety reason that you say?
Not the safety reason. Maybe the politician, maybe they say, listen, this next president maybe gonna do some kind of thing in the economy. I would like kind of a little bit investment in my own country, but would like spread out. So
Sure.
it's like go to a place that can be more stable, like US.
Right.
So they put a little bit money here.
So investors, international investors are measuring all of those things. They're not sitting back saying, listen, I just want to throw my money in America, but I want to spread out my wealth. And as a result of that, I'm going to look at the political climate, the economic climate. They're just not throwing their money away.
Exactly. I think after the Trump won the election, I think the economy is go a little bit high. I don't know if it's Trump or is the
past
economy.
administration.
Exactly.
Trump.
So I think it's right now people, the tendency is to investing here for the next 2 years.
Sure. Wow. Oh, well, that's a good thing. That's a great thing for us in the real estate business. And I know one of the challenges for many real estate agents is how do we connect with that audience? How do we help educate people? They meet with people like you.
Exactly, like you too, because that's the point. So that's why it's so important for you guys going to the network, going to events. Try to read at least 15 minutes every day in the morning, whatever you have time. Know about the market here in South Florida. Know about the change the law. Now they're gonna change again. The HUD
right.
is gonna change the whole procedure. Actually, after the Zillow,
Trulia,
it's gonna change a little bit the whole industry.
Sure.
So I don't know what's gonna happen the next 5 years. So
right.
That's why the real estate, the mortgage people, the title companies, the inspections, everything about the real estate business should be reading every day about the changes that's gonna happen the next first quarter in the 2019 in the second quarter. So you should read every day, watching your program,
right?
Watch my program,
Sure.
so you be aware what's gonna happen the next 2 or 3 quarters.
Wow, I think that's so much great information, man. Thank you for that. So tell me about you. What do you invest in?
I invest in real estate.
Really? And why real estate?
Because I'm into old people. I would like touching things. I would like see my investment. I've been investing some kind of penny stocks.
Sure.
And I see I make a little bit of money, but it's not enough. So I lost more than I make.
Sure.
So in the real estate is better for me because I work with a lot of real estate people, and I see the demand of rentals. So I buy to rent. I don't buy to flip or to sell it. I keep the properties to rent because a lot of people coming here every day. They're looking for rentals.
Wow, well, that is very true. This is a very tourist-friendly market. People love our sunshine in our state, so they come here a lot. How can, or what do you tell people, maybe back in Brazil or Venezuela, about the opportunities? Where would you point them to in South Florida to buy right now?
Well, right now is this special because they don't want to live here. They just would like invest. I think Broward and West Palm is growing a lot.
Okay.
So especially.
Would you think Miami's too high now, or?
Miami's too high, and people, the tendency they looking for the R&B.
Yeah.
In Miami, if people looking for short rental,
Sure.
they go to Miami. When they looking for the longer contract, they look for Broward and West Palm.
All right, well, good, that's good. So you guys pay attention to that because that's really important. Now, one of the things that I know is how do you involve yourself culturally in a community so you can get to know things better? And for Brazilians out there listening, Pompano Beach, Deerfield Beach
are
happening.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I think you guys have the largest Brazilian Day event outside of Brazil right there in Deerfield, Pompano. Is that true?
Is it true? I think this last one in September, I think it's October 22nd.
Yeah.
Luciano Savera is the producer of the show. I think over 75,000 people show up.
75,000
people show up. All show up in the shows because they have like live show, Brazilian food, and it's a 2 days event, Saturday and Sunday. And was like explosion. The mayor was there. Everybody was there. 75,000 people show up.
Oh man, I got to make that event. I'm always traveling, but that's one of the most amazing things about Florida and the U.S. in general is that you can find these little pockets of places where you can have an explosion of culture. That's amazing.
It's incredible.
So, what would you like to say as you close out to the investor out there that wants to come to America or come to Florida and invest in South Florida? How do they reach you and how do they get your information?
So for me, it's really simple. I work in a company called TowerHomeLoans.com. You can find me easily on the internet. Also, my name is Maurcio Pinheiro Costa. It's easily to find in the social media. My phone number is 781-267-8888. And for people that are really in South America, they would like investing in US. It's still a stable, strong economy. And it's safe. Always looking for a professional. They have a license because in US, even if you like cut your hair, the people that are gonna cut your hair have to have a license.
Sure.
Here, everyone in every sector they have to have a license. Just looking for professional, they have a license because easily to find if they have a license or not. Yep. So always looking for professional.
So I would tell you guys this has been a great show, but I think your ending point was perfect. If you're going to come here, if you're going to invest, look for someone who is a licensed person. Yeah. There are many pitfalls in our business. And there are many scam artists. I have to be honest with you. You have to find good people to work with so that they can steer you in the right direction and you don't waste your fortune or lose your money, okay? So thank you so much.
I'm so glad to be here. This show is going to be great. So I hope that this show is start involving more people. You start getting more people involved and more people know about you and about us, and we can teach our communities how to invest better.
This is a great guy, guys. Thank you. This is a great show. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
All right.